0. Yeah, I'm here.
No swing.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry for the slight delay on getting on the mic. We are here for the 14th versus 19th position. Stall 7 playing. Oh, I don't know if you just got that toe grab, which was out of bounds. But yeah, we're playing Stall 7 against Lucknow Scorpions, both on. Whoa, big bid, man. Like, considering it's a 14 versus 19 game, we see some great plays by both teams. Very good positioning on the disc, and the Lucknow Scorpions hold their 0-point score is 1-all. Although Stall 7 started off on defense and got a break very early on in the game. Nationals is such a hard space, guys. Like, one game with a deficit of 1 point can really pull you down a whole bunch of seeds. Stall 7 probably one of India's oldest, more experienced teams, now putting together a developmental team with a bunch of experienced players, really, like, and some brilliant athletes who have represented India in the past. Playing against a scrappy Lucknow Scorpions, bunch of athletes from Awadh Khiladis, some great athleticism, immense talent in throwing ability. So this is going to be a great game. Right off the bat, we see big bids, great interceptive Ds. Really, it's going to be an athletic marvel to watch. And with that, we have Rishi, my teammate from Learning to Fly, joining us. And I'm going to pass the mic over to him.
Hello and welcome once again. It's day 2 of the grand finale of the National Championship Series, the NCS, which is almost a year-long season where top clubs, upcoming clubs, everyone battles it out across a series of tournaments, sectionals, regionals, and this is the finale. Here we are at Nationals. It's 1-all. Very good start to the game. Stall 7 goes on offense with Lucknow Scorpions coming out with a tight one-on-one person defense. Yet Stall 7 has managed to gain a few yards through quick handler movements, up lines as we see one more, and they're almost knocking on the doors of the end zone. Here is Stall 7 with a reset, playing to the handlers at the moment. Just then a swing goes through, and it's now red zone offense.
Yeah, we see Adi really controlling the handler space. Nice breakthrow into the end zone. With, I want to say, Arvind coming down with the disc. Great, good cuts, working very hard on them. Big in cuts, clearing deep when required, making space for the women to get those easy resets. Clinical offense overall. Great job. So that's 2-1 to Stall 7.
We are a few minutes past 10. The morning games are generally nicer because the weather is cool and you're just getting into the groove. But right now, as we speak, the sun is coming up, getting higher and higher. I must tell you, sitting on the chairs just to commentate is feeling like a task, so I can only imagine what it must be to play, especially at this intensity. As Ghana was mentioning, it is a 14 versus 19 seed game, but that's the thing about Ultimate and our tournaments, right? Every game is a game to win. It's not like every team coming into nationals expects to win the entire tournament. You are playing for a lot. You're playing for your seed. You're playing to improve your seed year on year. You're trying to improve as a team, but also as individuals. So there's a lot happening, and you will see teams playing their heart out irrespective of what the score is, what the seed is. And for this particular match, I mean, Stall 7 is coming in from a few losses which they must have not expected, which I mean shows that there are so many other teams that are now upping their game. So Stall 7 has everything to play for. While they may be out of the top 8, I think there's a great opportunity for them to not only stay in the silver pool, but also go on and try to win this pool. So I think they will be looking at giving everything they can for this game.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it's also nationals, which means a lot of teams from the south meeting the teams from the north for the first time this entire season, because we don't really play with each other as much. Different styles of play. Oh, big huck being put up, one-on-one matchup, and a great grab. The lady from Lucknow Scorpions really held her ground. There was a much taller defense on her, but good boxing out. Sanju comes down with the disc. Great grab. So as I was saying, forget about the seeding. I probably think Stall 7 playing against the Lucknow Scorpions for the first time. Both teams seeing each other probably very few times, so the game style and the kind of play that they execute is different. Lucknow Scorpions want to sort of play long ball more. They don't want to hold on to the disc as much. They want to send it deep and come down with the score and then play hard defense. Versus Stall 7 wants to rotate the disc, change the angle of attack, and really get everyone, all the 7 people on the line, involved in the game.
We see that the Lucknow Scorpions team are really giving Stall 7 a run for their money already. It's a quite intense game, but we haven't seen too much of this team before. So maybe I'll just ask Jaideep here, what do you know about the Lucknow Scorpions team? Have they come together recently, or are a few players from other teams? Please let us know.
Well, Scorpions is a team that's been around for a while. We see Gautam with the pull there. They've got a lot of, not a lot, but quite enough 4 or 5 pickups from Abad Kiladis, who were not able to put a team together this year. A lot of them have exams, so those that were able to play have come into Lucknow Scorpions and Itanja Pilots. And a great rundown by Dika there for Stall 7. But yeah, Gautam, you saw Sanju with the score in the previous point. They've joined, and Scorpions are an established team coming out of Lucknow from that from the NGO program there, Project Kill. And they've also picked up Jeev in these yellow leggings, number 49, walking back. He's a veteran player from Bangalore, Tix, Tati Idli Kalsup. So that's a great addition to the team, brings a lot of experience, maturity, and probably some patience. So yeah, they're a solid team, and we're going to have a good game here today.
If you are just tuning in, the score is 3-2 to Stall 7. We are trading points right now, early on in the game, but yeah, it looks like Stall 7 is a break up, but the scoreboard is ticking evenly, and we will now see Stall 7 coming up with a pull and Lucknow Scorpions going on offense. The ratio, as we can see, is 4 female matching players and 3 male matching players on this line. If your friends and family of somebody who's playing and you're trying to understand what are these players being called, how are the players being changed, well, that is the rule that in Ultimate every 2 points you switch which gender matching has 4 players, and it keeps alternating every 2 points. So you will see 2 points with 4 male matching players and 2 points with 4 female matching players. The idea is, of course, we are a mixed gender sport, striving to be equal in all ways, right from leadership to strategy to involvement, to simply the number of people who are playing and active on the field. So that is something that if you're keen, you will be able to notice as the game progresses.
Yeah, Ultimate Frisbee, one of those games which holds gender equity up there. We don't differentiate between a male and a female player. You sometimes will see matchups where there's a woman marking a man and vice versa. Great use of the poach there. Lucknow Scorpions now playing short ball, swinging the disc around laterally and not looking for the huck game. So I think the Scorpions are being very kind in accommodating stall 7 on an equipment call here. It's actually not a stoppage of play, but there's been an unfortunate incident where one of the stall 7 players seems to have lost his shoes. Great up line, directing into the space, and that's a score. You know, we really don't talk about how important it is for us as players to use pump fakes, Rishi. This was a great example of how a handler could easily dictate what he wanted from the cutters in terms of indicating with the disc which space he wanted the leady to cut into. And of course, do as directed and you will be rewarded with a score.
The score is now 3-all. Stall 7 will be coming out on offense. What a team on paper. So much experience, young legs. So it's quite amazing what nationals can throw up. I'm sure no one would have expected them to be playing a 14 versus 19 game. But I mean, individually, almost every player here is inspiring. The way they move, the way they throw, the way they communicate, the way they hold themselves on the field. So it must be a very good experience, even for Lucknow Scorpions for that matter, to play with them. And on the other hand, you see that Lucknow Scorpions, they have that hunger, they have that energy. As I'm speaking, the sideline is completely energetic, which I mean I can't say for stall 7 right now, but it looks like Lucknow Scorpions wants this real bad. They're cheering their player on as she chases a huck, but she doesn't make it. So the score is hauled in by stall 7.
I think that was the second set play that stall 7 just ran, which was exactly the same. Adi with the disc directing Dikka to go deep. You know, you don't expect her to be going deep and scoring because she plays more on the handler line, but kudos, great runs there, owning that space, boxing out the defense to come down with the disc. Yeah, probably one of the most experienced women in Ultimate Frisbee in India. Played quite a bit of international tournaments, coached international tournaments, coached the you know, the Tamil Nadu state team with Box and Buddy. Of course, it goes to show it's just not, I mean, she's really fit for her age and she's doing a brilliant job, but it's also the tremendous amount of experience that she has to sort of throw her defense off in the wrong direction to go complete that pass. So kudos. Yay, Dikka!
I must say Dikka has a fan club, as indicated on the comments. Yeah, we do have a good number of you watching. Let us know what you think the scoreline could be. Right now, I mean, it's looking like anybody's game. Sure, stall 7 is a break up, but it's looking like Lucknow Scorpions does have you know, the hunger. So let's see what you think. Let us know your prediction.
Unfortunate drop of pull. What a good pull can do, guys. There was a great pull that was thrown out by stall 7. The defense starts right there, and unfortunately Lucknow Scorpions could not feel that pull. It was dropped, which is giving stall 7 Another break opportunity. Again, a huge veteran picking up the disc. Box with the disc.
Lucknow did try to have people both on the open and the break side. So they did a good job by not allowing Box to throw an assist immediately, but and it paid off. It paid off. Box was forced to throw an around throw, and you had a intercepting receiver who was able to get that tee. So that was actually very nice thinking by Lucknow Scorpions on defense, and they should be proud of themselves that even though they made a mistake, they didn't let it convert into a score right away. So let's see what they have here on offense. Coming up, they get a huge 15-20 yard gainer. The disc is back with the handler. There is amazing flow. The handler gives another shot in cut, and there is a huck attempt, but it seems like it was meant for someone who never really took off, resulting in a turn. So let's see what look the Scorpions come up with on defense right now.
Yeah, unfortunate throwaway again. When we play nationals and high level ultimate, the disc is almost gold. You want to really hold on to that and look at your options before releasing it. Stall 7 have another opportunity to convert this break. Box with the disc. Walking up. He's probably one of my most favorite ultimate players. So biased. Beautiful throw. Great grab, being very patient, resets the disc to Arul. Arul resets it back to Box. Holding on, he's got no mark on him. Big yardage in cut. Saves it, bit of butterfingers there. Resets it back. Good break to Arul. Stall 7 actually playing very patiently. They're swinging the disc back to the handler, playing through Box as much as possible. Again, he's directing his players where he wants them to cut. Good change of attack, but the pressure, as you can see, on defense is high, right? Every cut is being contested closely. The women are helping, taking away the undercuts because there's a little bit of space, and again there's a little bit of a throw where Nitya can't come down to the disc, and Lucknow back on offense with the break D.
Stall 7 was doing a good job rotating their handlers, but were not able to hold it with them, and just as we say that, there's been another quick turn, so a few turns this point. Box, who had cleared all the way into the stack, is now back in the handling line. The disc is now with Arul. They are setting up their cuts a little bit shorter, it seems like. So Stall 7 is looking for the shorter passes. The disc on the sideline for a few throws now. Shantan with the disc looking, I don't know to who. There are two players, there are four players there, and ultimately one of them had a play on the disc. Not sure what we think about the decision to throw it, but I'm sure that they trusted that one of their receivers could have brought it down any day. But that didn't happen. It seems like there is a call on that. We see the four players who were involved having a discussion on what exactly might have happened. As you know, Ultimate is a completely self-refereed sport, so we have a robust set of rules which dictate what happens in every scenario as much as possible, so that the players can use those rules to decide what they're doing. So as we see here, the players had a conversation, resolved it, decided that it was a turnover and there was no foul, and that's great spirit. That's what we'd like to see even at this high level, at such intensity. So Lucknow Scorpions is back where they are, halfway down the field. There is no mark on the thrower. They're using that well to gain yards, so they're knocking on the door of the end zone with a few forehand blades that gained yards all the way, and that's finally a score. Maybe not a clean score, but they will be happy that they have reeled this in and got the scores back level.
Yeah, so Stall 7 going on offense now. So it's been a very closely contested game. No pass has come easy, right? Like, even if you feel that a player is free a little bit, it's because somebody is trying to stop that scope, that big huck from going off for an easy score, right? It's a little bit of a defensive strategy, thinking that it's okay for people to be pushed in and get the disc and stay on the disc for a little while, as opposed to just letting both teams just taking those big hucks and finishing the points in a with one throw. Both teams have great skill sets, right? Right, in terms of having all the throws, whether it's the around, whether it's the blades, zippers, big hucks. They don't want the point to get over too soon, so great defensive strategy to push players inside.
Another thing to note is, while the sun is getting overhead, it has not been very windy so far. A slight breeze is just picking up, but not really strong enough to affect the flight of the disc. So that is the reason you're seeing a lot of blades coming out, and the blades are holding shape and converting. So the teams are very rightly noticing that there is not enough wind, so they are able to make use of those throws. So it'll be interesting to see that if the wind does pick up, how the teams adapt. But as of now, there was a pull that has gone out, and there has not been a brick mark. I can explain later what that means, but as we see, Stall 7 is picking up the disc at the half line mark due to a not so great pull, and they've immediately gained 10-15 yards. The disc is on the same sideline. Some good mark on the disc, forcing the throw to pivot a few times, but Stall 7 were able to move it around, get a deep look. It was in the air. It seemed like Stall 7 was in the right position to bring it down, but I can't tell if there was a little bit of contact that affected the play or it was a slight misread. But in any case, the players are now having a conversation about what they thought happened.
Yes, a little bit of language mismatch also here, which is what's so beautiful about Ultimate. You have people from so many states playing together. So you have some people, maybe the spirit captains, walking in to sort of help with translations, maybe. But what we have realized doing commentary here is that the usage of signs to make calls has been quite not up to the mark. So it's a little difficult to understand what the call really is, whether it was it looks like it was a foul, but it would be nicer if they could use signs, so we can also help with the viewers as to what exactly is happening out there, Rishi.
Yeah, it was certainly not a strip call, because at no point did the Stall 7 seem to have control of the disc. So as we can see, they have contested it. If you don't know what that means, it means that the players had a discussion to see if there was a foul, and both players held their own perspective on the matter and they could not agree. So then the rules tell you that the next logical thing is to send the disc back and reverse a move, continue as though it never happened. But unfortunately for Stall 7, they were not able to continue for too long. They turned the disc on a slight missed throw, and Lucknow Scorpions are back at it. They have Jeev with the disc now. Lucknow Scorpions too seems to be playing that short game. They are trying to hit all their players. They're moving it from the sideline to the center. The handlers are looking ahead for 3-4 seconds, but they're very happy to play it among themselves, get the quick 1-2s. As long as they're keeping the disc in the center of the field, there's nothing wrong with it. And as you can see, they have gained more yards all the way playing at the center. Usually when you get the disc to the sideline is when it gets challenging, but as you can see, even a few steps towards the sideline and they're there back in the center. And some brilliant chemistry between the handlers at that point. I'm trying to see what the cutters are doing. I think Stall 7 is doing a good job blocking all the cuts off and maintaining force, which is why it's getting hard for Lucknow to get it off to a cutter. They're just relying on the handlers, but you know what? It's working brilliantly fine for them until now.
There's a bit of a clogging, if you notice. There's a Hail Mary throw that's gone up, which the Scorpions will bring down, but downfield the offense was a little cluttered because everybody was too eager to cut to the same disc, which is a little unfortunate. I think a little more organization in the cutting space behind would have given them more space to organize and make one clear cut to score. But kudos to the Scorpions. The handlers worked very hard to reset the disc amongst themselves, got those quick open shots, got the reset, got time, moved the disc around, and finally just punted it in for a score. And with that, the Scorpions have leveled it, and the score is back on serve.
The score is now 5-4 to Lucknow Scorpions, which means that there was a break point which they had given away, which they have now got back. So great job by the previous line for getting that defense and then having the composure and of course a little bit of luck, but who wouldn't mind that, to make sure that they scored the point eventually, bringing the game back on serve, which means that now both the teams are quite level in the game, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. Just then we see the hand going up for the pull. Please note that whichever ratio has 4 players, they pull. So this was a 4 female matching player line, and there was a pull by a female player, so there is equality even in that respect. Stall 7 getting some quick 1-2s. There's a hammer fake just to throw off the poach a little bit, but you know, they're also doing a good job of getting it away from the sideline into the center. Just then we see some more yardage gains through the handlers.
What's really interesting to watch is how the women players are actually marking the men. They're sort of getting into the space and taking off those matchups and making them work a little harder, while the girls are poaching off, and they're giving the one male player a little bit of respite to take off that deep look.
Yeah, it's looking like a kind of a zone with a few people playing person. So and you had a deep poach by Lucknow Scorpions, but it doesn't seem to work too much, because I think Stall 7 as a team has all the throws they need, the overheads, the blades. I think a brave effort by Lucknow Scorpions to try and come out with something different on D. They did manage to hold the Stall 7 back for a little longer. Stall 7 had to move the disc around, look for some unusual throws and fakes, but as I said, right, the wind is not too strong right now, and yeah, they have amazing control over the disc, so they were able to score this one. With that, scores now level at 5-all.
What wind? There's not even a breeze. It's hot and it's dry. But yes, in Frisbee there are some controllables and some uncontrollables, and the weather definitely is one of them. The love for that 175 grams of plastic is so much that there are so many athletes out there braving these conditions to just like put their bodies out there and play the game, the sport that we so love.
At this juncture, also really important to thank everyone behind the scenes who has made this possible, because today all the 23 teams that are playing this tournament will be getting at least one game streamed live. So that's amazing. Friends and family watching it back, they themselves would have traveled all the way, and we spent so much of our time watching good ultimate across, you know, the world and the country as well. But here, this is, I think, the pinnacle for almost every player, because they are coming here with their clubs, with whom they've practiced, with whom they stay, with whom they've learned how to play ultimate, and here they are with their games being streamed. So that's a great effort by everybody involved, including UPAI, the streaming partners, and everybody.
Yes, indeed. Largely volunteer run organization with so many people really stepping in and stepping up to help conduct tournaments of such big grandeur. 23 teams all over India traveling to just play some great Frisbee. Stall 7 throwing a zone look. Nandan, Namita and one more person in the cup. Box playing in the center. Good breakthrough. Trying to contain the Scorpions, forcing them to make more passes to score. But of course, great skill set. They're able to move the disc with ease, hitting the open shirts and the open spaces.
The zone is looking like a loose force sideline kind of a zone. So as you can see, the stall 7 players are not in a hurry to run up to the disc, put pressure on the throws or set up the stall. They're more bothered about stopping the yardage gaining passes. So they're very happy to let the handlers swing it among themselves. So even on the 2 occasions that Lucknow Scorpions did manage to throw something in between the cup, they barely gained any yards. And you can see that stall 7 has managed to effectively push them back. And as long as they are playing these, short passes, losing a few yards, stall 7 wouldn't mind. But just then Lucknow does realize that it's time to gain some yards, take some risky throws. 2 of them go up and another. So 3 throws, one after the other. They dared to brave themselves a little bit, put these throws up, and in 5 seconds they score.
Yeah, great catching ability also to read those blades with the sun glaring, sorry, right in your eye. It just goes to show great skill set and a lot of confidence between the thrower and the catcher to sort of put those slightly risky throws up in the air and expect the players to come down with it. This does not feel like a 14th versus 19th place game at all. Both teams playing incredible ultimate, holding serve, getting broken but taking those breaks back. Incredible athleticism. The stall 7 coach Buddy looking to tweak things up a little bit, but puts on a strong offense line. Interestingly, Buddy Kaushik has also been appointed the head coach for the Karnataka state teams. That's going to be the next big thing. Last year I was here commentating at the last state championship, and I was awestruck, like the athleticism, the kind of spirit and game with which all these athletes play. It's a sort of, if I may, a level more than what you see them playing for the club teams, because at the end of the day, wearing a state shirt, I guess, feels a little more precious, because you go through so many selection processes to earn it. But I'm tuning back into the game now.
Yeah, we can say all we want about the state championships. There's some charm to club championships, and this is the ultimate, because these are players who know each other so well. They know their strengths, their weaknesses. They know when they can throw a bladey throw like that. They trust their throwers to bring it down. Even when there are calls like this, they know how they can get it back, reset, play with people who they know. So that's amazing to watch. There is a call that was made but retracted. So the play was to continue from where it was. But in ultimate, we must remember that when there is a call that's being discussed, all the other players who are not involved must hold their position. So if they move before the disc comes back into play, it's a violation, and that's what happened. So the disc was sent back in one look, a blading backhand into the space, into the end zone, a precise throw, exact amount of float that was required, exact angle that was required, and Dika hauls it in easily for a very satisfying score for stall 7.
She's been quite of a scoring machine for stall 7. This is her 3rd score. Actually, not used to seeing her play in that position. She's more of a handler, playing behind the disc. Very good with the resets, very safe on the disc. It's amazing to see people play new roles, new positions. Always a treat. Score is still even. It's 6-all. It will be interesting to see if stall 7 is going to come out with a different defensive look. Both teams really hunting for those breaks now. One break on either side can sort of dictate how the half goes. and very important to win halves. Rishi, what do you think?
I wouldn't want to lose a single point if I could, not just the halves. But yes, I think stall 7 here will be at an advantage if they're somehow able to get a break, because they started the first half on defense, right? And if they are able to get one break point when the second half resumes, they will be on offense again. So let's see if they can do that as they go on D. It is looking like a person mark. Lucknow doing a brilliant job to gain yards right off the first throw. There is a short gainer trying to send it upline, but it's reset back, and the same person comes and fills in. So Lucknow is showing some great flow here, which at times even some of the top teams struggle with. So Lucknow doing a very good job on that. It would be interesting to see the cutters of Lucknow involved more, like she was on this occasion, but some really cheeky 1-2 passes. This just shows how well Lucknow knew each other. So then there's a floaty pass, and that's a score.
Man, talk about cheeky resets. Just through Manoj's hands. A little bit of help from the sideline would have probably helped him get those Ds. It looked like it was just going through his hands, didn't it?
Ghana, you know, this is what I meant when I said that there are some things you won't get to see in the state championships. I'm guessing that this is something like that, because, I mean, you need to know your receiver, your thrower so well to be able to pull off things like these. And yeah, at the highest level, when you're playing for your country, for your state, I'm sure that it's a different ball game or disc game, if I may say that altogether, because you will see the prime athleticism and skills, but this is something else.
This is purely chemistry driven, and it is a treat to watch. We as commentators are actually asked not to react to plays and call it as it is, but when there's such really interesting things that happen, I can't help but jump off my seat and be like, oh shit, did you see that? But yeah, it's amazing. Great movement of the disc. They did look like they were getting trapped onto a sideline for some time, but those slightly offbeat throws really opened up the field to sort of swing the disc from one sideline to the other, and beautiful score at the end with a nice floaty pass into space and the player bringing it down.
We are still on serve. So while Lucknow is up by a point, Lucknow is 7-6. We now have stall 7 going on offense. Lucknow's sideline is up in energy once again, but stall 7 needed just 2-3 passes to move it up to the half line, and then they look for a OI forehand to Arvind, which was received just at the red zone line. They're looking to recenter it to the center and make the next pass, and Ghana, once again, your favorite player for this game, has caught one more.
I'm telling you, she's a scoring machine. There's no wrong. She's always there in the right space with a small jab step in cut, getting free for the easy score. Great job, Dika.
Yeah, this one was almost an action replay. You see a floaty throw into space at the corner of the end zone, and she's running it down. So that's working out very well for stall 7 at the moment. And this will be the last point before halftime. So the scores are 7-all. And in a game to 15, we take half either once we reach half by time or by score. And in this case, while we are almost close to half even by time, the scores are 7-all, which means whoever scores this point, we will be going into half. Right now the game is still on serve, a brilliant game of ultimate, both teams trading points. So this D point, I would reckon, would be very important for stall 7, because if they are able to get a break in this point, they will be able to start on offense. So that will be really key for them. but it doesn't look like Lucknow Scorpions is in any mood to let that happen very easily. They seem to be in flow. Their throws, their players are warmed up. I see some nice chemistry going on. So let's see what they'll do. Will they continue this style of play? Because I'm sure they will also be feeling the pressure to just hold this one in before the half. They have, I think, their usual lineup on the line, so they will be looking to hold this one.
Yeah, like I said, it's very nice to see this game being played out. Arul poaching a little bit. Again, the same resets. Big one put up into the air for the person to come down with, and that's Deed. A little bit of a risky play there. You know, you're on one. If you divide the field into 3/3, if you noticed, all the passes happen on the same third of the field, so that's a very narrow margin to sort of hit the player. It was a bit of a risky shot, and of course, the stall 7 player with the hat, I think he's Arvind.
Yeah.
A great D there.
Yeah, for Lucknow, I think what was really working was the handler 1-2s with short gains in yardage. But on that occasion, they looked to push the throw all the way into the end zone, and they weren't able to score because you can't really beat some of the key stall 7 players in the airspace. But looks like it didn't hurt them because stall 7 has somehow managed to turn it back, and this time Lucknow Scorpions has another golden opportunity to hold this one as they go into the half. And you see a huge swing. The handlers are now using the open spaces, very well assisted by, I can't see the number, but she's playing a crucial role. Number 15, is it? She's playing a very crucial role this game. Wow, she was there for the handler reset, she was there for the in-cut, she was there for an upline, and Ghana, there she is, streaking deep, catching, looking into the sun, a blading throw, scoring it for her team, taking the team securely into half. What a player.
Yeah, what a player indeed. Brilliant. I think she has been instrumental in helping Lucknow Scorpions move the disc about, and any time when the male players have felt a lot of pressure in resetting the disc, she's always been there to get those big yardage gainers, getting the disc, putting the disc in a place for the handler to sort of get into the power position to help move the disc better. Sometimes we do notice that, you know, there might be a great in-cut that comes in, but then the follow-through that goes is usually a reset back. That does not help break the gameplay. Sort of, you know, the defense is okay with that happening. In this case, the entire angle of attack was changed, which sort of opened up the field for the Lucknow Scorpions to get that nice score. And that's half. We will take a break just as these two teams are going to be taking a break. Hopefully see you guys in the next half, or we will try and find replacement commentators, because Learning to Fly needs to go warm up to play ATC next.
Hello and once again, welcome to everybody watching the stream on Field 1. This is day 2 of the grand finale of the National Championship Series. We are now playing the 14 versus 19 seed game. And what a first half we have had, with both teams trading points, playing at level. Of course, the scoreline reads 8-7 to Lucknow Scorpions, but we will have Stall 7 starting the second half on offense. This is their chance to get the half started strongly, but Lucknow Scorpions absolutely running. There is something that this point has given the Flywild squad. I must say they were looking a bit low on energy, but after this, the Stall 7 squad, after this point, I think their energy has just shot up. You know, there are very often moments like these where one moment of greatness by a player and you're able to lift your entire team up. So Stall 7 extremely jubilant by that. I must say a brave look by the handler to put it up hanging there. Yeah, with two defenders closing in, but Dika was able to hold her composure, get a read on the disc, hold her ground. Even despite minimal contact, she was able to get the disc. So that was amazing to see. Scores now level at 8-all.
Yeah, I mean, she's been magic on the field today, hasn't she? I think 4 or 5 points out of the 8 has been her scores.
Yeah, it's not very often you see that, having a single player dominating throughout the game, so that's very nice to see.
All said and done, you know, Rishi, we do talk about the players who score the points or get the assists, but we need to understand that it's also her teammates sort of creating that space for her to go and dominate that play, right? Like if there wasn't those 3-4 other people clearing out of that end zone to give her that space to go score, it wouldn't really be possible. It's just great teamwork at the end of the day to create spaces for each other to go get those easy scores. Stall 7 need to go do something exceptional now to stop the Lucknow Scorpions. They need to get that one break, and sometimes honestly it's that one break that, you know, makes the difference in the entire game. Big pull, well received, straight off the bat. The handlers have just moved 3 passes. It's a zone look. There's a traditional cup being played by Stall 7. Quick resets amongst the handlers. Big mark. A cheeky throw up, and Manoj comes down to the defense. Tara with the reset, looking. She's being very cautious, sending it back to Arul. Arul takes a huge hammer into the end zone. Oh, unfortunate. You know, Rishi, sometimes it's very difficult to rein in that excitement and play easy, cool, chilly offense, especially after getting a high adrenaline D like that. But that's what sort of takes the teams apart, right? Like a
Yeah, it's a tough one. The commentator in me will say that this was a golden opportunity for Stall 7, getting a D right at the end zone. This could have been the much needed break. But then the player in me knows that in such a situation, taking that shot, if it had connected, we would be appreciating that hammer for the score. But because it didn't, we have no choice but to penalize the player. But let's see if Stall 7 can get the D back again, because Lucknow is just breaking through their zone. They've gained those yards, and that player once again looking for a score to the end zone, but some right positioning by Stall 7.
Yeah, great D by Tarakai there. She read that disc going up and came down with the interception. Reiterating Stall 7's cheer, which says flow OP80, which is 1 point at a time. They just need to really walk this disc in safely as possible.
There was some brilliant cutting by number 46 Manoj to open up the first in cut, and he was able to reset it, and the handler was able to send a huge bullet of a huck which floated just the right amount and waited for number 34 running in, and the disc was just in the right place at the right time. So stall 7 has indeed managed to get that break. They missed out on the easy opportunity, but well, when it comes, it comes. So they must be really happy with themselves. Stall 7 now goes up.
So we are trying to find some replacement commentators for you guys, and I'm sure they will find this mic soon. But Rishi and I are going to be taking a leave on this very exciting match. Do enjoy the footage and the live recording, but do excuse us, we need to go cleat up. See you guys soon and enjoy the rest of the game.
Hi guys, we're back on commentary. This is Samarth Mishra from Stray Dogs. And
hi guys, this is Ashish Sahu from Storm. We have stall 7 versus Lucknow Scorpions.
score is 10-8. Just let me confirm that for you guys. 1 second.
Yeah.
Stall with score 10-8. Stall 7 coming in with the pull. Number 73 pulling. Nitya.
This game is for the seed 14th 9. Stall 7 coming from seed 14, having lost to Urta Kebab in the first game of the day. Nice pull, close to the end zone. 3 handlers at the back, moving the disc up slowly. Looking down the field, swings it to the center. Sanjeev with an end cut. Nice dump. Quick green goes. Nice cup by Stall 7. And that's a D. Good pressure. The cup worked out well for Stall for last 2-3 points. And a clean score. That's another break from half. I think Stall has got 3 breaks from the half, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. This is just a correction that this is 14 versus 19.
19. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Clean offense from Stall there.
Yeah. 3 breaks. It was so good to see that the both teams were 8 all in the half. Stall was trailing, I think, for the most of the part in the first half, and we see how the good team steps up when the.
Actually, I think I heard from the side that in the beginning it was Stall who started, and then Lucknow started taking lead. Yeah, you're right. In the middle, I think Lucknow was in the lead. Now it seems like Lucknow's just lost their stride. Couple of unfortunate errors on their side. Now their team seems to slow down a bit, while Stall 7 is picking up quite well. Obviously, there is experience on Stall 7 side. They have multiple times been a top 3, top 5 team in the country, whereas Lucknow Scorpions is a fairly new team. It's a fairly new center in India for Ultimate. We're growing very, very aggressively, very, very well. They've got 4 very high quality teams come up. Possibly next year we'll probably be seeing, another Jumbesh GK Mad type situation where we have a team super capable competing for the top spot.
We have seen them. Awadh played the finals last nationals, so yeah, they are there. It's just that we'll see them more often and more convincingly. It's not that they are not convincing. I mean, you see them consistently going for the top spot.
And I think you kind of end up underestimating when you see kids on the line. We did the same mistake. Stray Dogs did the same mistake. We saw their team, the pilots team, Itunjar Pilots, and they took Stray Dogs to Universe. Yesterday's game, 3rd game. Anyways, now Lucknow Scorpions with the disc, moving it up down the sideline, 1-2s, just staying ahead of the cup. They're going to possibly see a huge dump and swing coming.
That's just great movement with the handlers. They have taken the disc solely with 3 players all the way to the 3rd half of the field, and that's a hammer too. It's a bad decision.
I think it was just short. It was a good decision on the other side of the field, but the throw was kind of short.
Yeah, bad execution rather. But they did so well, breaking the cup all the way, almost to the end zone. Again a cup by Stall, again a break. Let's see what they have. Although this time they have the disc in their own defending end zone. Let's see what we have. We have a whole stack by Stall.
Manoj coming up with the disc, Stall 7. A long shot. Unfortunately, it's out.
Stayed out all the way from the sideline. Nice look by Arul.
So, just a quick ruling for people. The disc will not come in from the other end of the end zone. It will come from where it exited the field. So, which is what they're talking about. Where does the disc come in?
So, we have Scorpions on the offense again, trying to get their score up right from the first half. They are still at 8. Let's see another cup by Stall. Nice bid by Arul. We have a foul call by the handler, accepted. This comes in check, back in play. Handler looks comfortable. So we see a lot of crashes this time which were missing in the last few points. That's working for them very well. Stall 7 still on pressure.
Stall 7 is playing a traditional cup. Okay, they're now back in offense.
Another opportunity for Stall 7 to break this. Aru patiently calling the marks. The cut is back. Nice throw for.
Oh, nice big swing to the other side. Slightly long. Would have been a good fun, like change the page kind of play.
Yeah, nice look. All the defense was on the open side, and the cutter made a good cut on the break side. Just that the throw was slightly far. How? So. Scorpions with the disc again, trying to score against the cup. They haven't been successful so far. Let's see if they get it. Nice position by Stall 7 Cup. A beautiful swing to the other side of the field. The disc comfortably on the other side. Moving the disc fluently. Good small pass with the handlers. Again, halfway the field, looking for a deep throw. Nice pass to the other player on the other side. And a finish, but slightly up in the air. And Scorpions get it. I hope Arul is okay. Good spirit by both the teams. Great finish, and Scorpions get their offense point.
What a fun offense, no? It went up, two Stall players going in for the D. The Lucknow player getting it so nonchalantly. I love when that happens.
Yeah, it does. We, like you said, if you don't see some players play before and you underestimate them, you never know when they can see their hand going up, getting the disc before you do.
Yeah, it's so amazing to see that.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to these Lucknow teams killing it.
Yep.
It's a game now, guys. It's 11-9, 11 to Stall 7, 9 to Lucknow Scorpions.
We see some.
Are there Scorpions in Lucknow?
Pardon?
Are there Scorpions in Lucknow?
Oh my God. Should be. I think, yeah. Bichu, yeah.
Bichu.
We need to ask how the name came up. Yeah, that's true. They have taken some guest players though.
Who?
Sanjeev is one of the guest players.
yeah,
Debakar is from Bits. I can see Aman too. Forgive me if I don't know the names of both the teams. I'm sorry. But we'll try to do our best. So we don't see often that South region team playing with the North team. So it's good
the
to
best when that happens.
Yeah, it does.
Back in the day,
so
this used to happen so often, where like
The
we'd
opens.
have like one tournament where clubs from all over India would come and play, and you'd get into pools, and seeding would not be a scene. And now it's just like you get to play most of the time with the same sections as.
But I think they have kept the structure a little bit more clean, because they have an option. You have an option to go to any region you want. Like Stray Dogs went to the south, so that's one option you have. But like you said, yeah, it was fun to see all the teams. Okay, we have Stall 7 on offense with a nice pull with Adi with the disc, and a weird zone by Scorpions with a lane poach.
I think it looks like a. Yeah, I think you're right. It's a single poach on the lane.
Single poach with Arvind been kept.
Oh, you know what?
open.
I think it's not a poach. I think he was just late to defense.
Okay, that's how.
This cup down the sideline, looking to the other side of the field. Big hammer going across. Oh, what a beautiful grab! Just goes under to get it before the defender gets there. What a beautiful throw and finish. Got lucky a bit though.
Yeah, but I think Stall 7 looks more confident now, having the lead with them. That definitely makes a difference. They look they're taking the shots which they otherwise might think, unless they are kids. But yeah, Stall 7 being a veteran team, you can see the structure with offense, with defense. They have shown that in the second half. So yeah, we can teams can learn, like we said, that North teams and South teams, lot of feedbacks they can take from each other's game. So good to see that. That's Buddy from Stall 7, coaching the team. Scorpions. The other team names are Urta Kebabs. Urta Kebabs, Lucknow, Ithunjib. Oh, pardon. Is that a name? Place name of the? I mean, Ritunjay. Urta Kebab.
हाँ उड़ता कबाब अवध खिलाड़ी हाँ इतुंजा Pilots and Lucknow Scorpions. 4 teams. Okay, Lucknow Scorpions with the disc, quick shot 1-2s just over the cup. They're playing, I believe, it looks like a arrowhead defense, but they got 3 people. No, they've actually got 4 people in the handler space. Quick 1-2s between the... Oh, that bounced off the defender. Just 1-2s going through. Nice cut through it. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's so amazing how, zero fear, just putting it in full speed.
I think they figured out the cup. They realized that you don't have to run a lot. You have to find pockets and stay and let the handler find the gaps and throw it to you. And they did that so well.
What kind of cup do you think that was? Was that a traditional cup?
It was. They were slightly late to form a cup, but they're forming the cup a little bit wider so that the breakthroughs are not easy and they can come for the crash. So yeah.
I don't think that's a bad idea. Yeah. Like if you can't keep up, then at least keep formation.
Yeah, I agree. If you think the handlers are too good to break you, you can give them 5 seconds before you go very close to them to mark or stop the break.
So it seems like Lucknow is coming back up a bit. It's 12:10. I don't know how much time is left though. It's 11:09.
We have 5 minutes to game.
We have 5 minutes to game. So it seems like it's still definitely favoring stall 7, but we never know.
We never know. They'll get a break and they'll be 11-12 and they want one more point and then it's +1, so universal. So I mean, that's me being supporting Lucknow Scorpions, thinking that they are underdog, but they are not. So yeah, talking about names, interesting names. Urte Kebabs. Urta Kebab. I mean, how easy is that to?
No, so it comes from the fact that Lucknow has some of the best kebabs in the country, no?
Urta Kebab because they fly.
Urta Punjab. Urta Kebab.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to them about it, but
some names make me think why. Like there's a team called No Fly
Storm
Zone.
Chasers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Stray Dogs.
That's interesting. By the way, we don't play when there's high rain. Like it's raining in Bombay.
Oh yeah.
We do. Just kidding. It's raining too much. We are not playing. So, but I mean, you don't say that out loud. But yeah, interesting names. No Fly Zone. I mean,
Lucknow with the pull coming off the side at brick point.
I just love their logos also.
They've asked for a brick. They're all clustered in the middle. The offense line, D. It seems like everybody's clustered together. It seems like I don't know. I think it seems like a word stack coming in. Force is going to be forcing towards us, and a look towards deep. Arvind came and took it to Nandan down the side. Nandan looking to center the disc. Good centering, slightly high, but saved by Arvind. Arvind looking deep, slightly floaty disc for Nandan, easy to grab. Clean offense.
Yeah, again, very much confident by Stall 7. They realized that cramping the space is not working, so made a word stack and gave more spaces for their handlers to cut, which they were able to do it very easily.
Lucknow Scorpions definitely needs a couple of breaks now. Time's running out. They're trailing by 3 points. Something big needs to happen. And I don't see stall 7 faltering at this point. Like they might have one-off random goof-ups, but it seems like it's stall 7's game.
Let's see if Scorpions are able to pull off a Filipino. I mean, small Filipino.
What's a Filipino?
I mean, that's a match wherein Philippine came back 5 points down after the hard cap.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Against?
I'm not sure. I think US.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure. Somebody can help us with that at the comment. comments on this video.
Like, share, subscribe.
I remember the match Russia versus US, Rouen France at the finals, wherein Russia came back to win against US in the finals. I think they were 4 points down.
Wow.
The hard cap.
Well, let's just hope the same for Lucknow.
Yeah.
Let's go, Lucknow. As you can all see, we are both loyalists at this point
We are not getting
for the
paid this
underdog and loyalists of. While we're huge fans of Stall 7 as well. I think Stall 7 for the longest time has been an amazing team,
Yeah.
top contenders. But it's like, let's go, Lucknow. Great pull, beautiful pull, just hanging on the side of the field. Center the disc. They're doing person mark. They're trying to do a hard mark on the handlers. Handlers taking away each other's lanes slightly by being right in front of each other and not clearing. Center the disc. Nice floaty to the middle to Sanjeev. Sanjeev plays in Bangalore and now is playing as a guest player with Lucknow. Disc on the side. And a huge huck goes up. Well read. Well read. Just rolled into the receiver's hands. Very clean. And also seemed very calm, right? I like that. Like Lucknow seemed very calm in the offense this time.
Yeah, the body language of the handlers look too confident. They are not concerned about stall or getting cramped with the space. They are easily making short passes. And
I kind of felt they were taking away space from each other. You
Yeah,
saw
right.
That corner when the three of them were
But they're not
together.
afraid of that. They whenever they need to trigger, they were able to get those low release throw. But yeah, risky though.
I think they're saying something about the game being over, or they're saying +1. I'm not sure. I think some hand signals going up about the game being over.
It's been 11-15. The game
13-11 is the score.
+1.
We don't know for sure. I think maybe the time is out and they're probably playing +1 game to 14. Yeah, when the teams come back to us, we will confirm this.
+1. After this +1. This plus.
So game to 14? Yeah, so that's right. Game to 14. It's 13-11. Stall 7. Stall 7 guys reminding us that they are winning.
Stall 7 with the offense. Let's see if they hold it. They'll go on to win the match. Nice. Nice ritual of clapping before they start. I've seen this with some teams. It just feels nice to have a small trigger wherein you know that okay, now is the time.
Everybody's listening. Yeah.
Of course I know.
No. I mean, it's a good way to check if your team is listening.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
don't-
that. Oh, we can do that for lazy. Oh, oh, that's why they do it.
That's why they do it.
Oh, makes
The
sense.
captain does it
Makes
like
sense. Makes sense.
Stall 7 centers it is to SC. SC with a magnificent beard. Looking forward. A good put to Aish. Ooh, unfortunate. That would usually be called as a foul. She hadn't released the disc. Unfortunate.
It was a foul though.
It was a foul. Ashwini very calmly took it without any complaints. And hucks it big to Nandan. Nandan with a beautiful grab, dominating that space. Nandan looks forward to Dika. Right outside the line. Centers the disc back to Nandan. Nandan with a swing and clean finish to end the game. Any last comments, Sahu?
I think good game. It was great to see Scorpions giving out their best, and they looked amazing. And yet again, Stall 7 coming back on the top, showing how to hold up your when you close. So I mean, kudos to both the teams.
Yeah. Cheers from us, guys. Thank you.